Okay, so let's take a look at what you're going to get. This has never been offered before. This is the first Kickstarter where I'm actually offering all factory sealed 400 cards that were printed when I did the original Kickstarter. A lot of the cards that are in here I used as promos, different things if you bought a playmat, which you can still do, add on a playmat for $20. But this is the first time I've ever offered all 400 cards with any of my Kickstarters. You can't even get all 400 if you buy it through my website. So this Kickstarter will be the only one that will ever offer all 400 cards. So I want to show you what you're going to get. What I will do before I send it to you is I will crack it and I will put it in the box. So you won't actually get a sealed one. You will get one that has been opened. All of the cards have their own backs. Each deck has its own back, which makes it really easy to prepare for the game. You just look at the back of the cards and separate them, which is what I'm going to do now. The character cards are flips, so they stand out real easy, as is the dragon. There's one of the promo cards. It's a token monster card. The 4 food cards, these are all promo cards. Hard to get. The backs for the alchemist. Card backs for the bard. Card backs for the berserker. Another token monster card. Also a promo. You also get all of the stretch goals that were in the original Kickstarter. They're all in this 400 that were printed. That's the back for Merlin the Magician. Robin Hood the Rogue. Grumpy the Warrior. The Red Dragon deck. The Paladin deck. Okay, and then these other decks are the dungeons and the treasure. This is the undead dungeon, filled with undead monsters, traps. This is the surface creatures dungeon. It has its own loot deck, as does the regular undead dungeon. And then there's also the Cave of Wonders, which also has its own loot deck. So there are 3 different dungeons with 3 different loot decks, 7 players in all, plus the Red Dragon, the extra promo cards, the character flip cards, all 400 cards. I had this box custom made by Legion Supplies. I absolutely loved it when I first saw one. They're extremely durable. They have art on the inside of the box. So I have all 7 characters depicted inside the box. The box will hold all the cards with sleeves. So you can also sleeve your cards. Folds up nicely. Has a little carry handle. And there's room for more. You can carry your dice and your health counters in here. Your poison counters and your bard counters can all be carried in here. I had 5 copies of the Secret Passage left over. So you can, that adds 2 new characters to the game, as well as another dungeon, a jungle dungeon. You can look at that down below too. That'll also fit in the box. Okay, in addition to the 7-player game, you're going to get 40 health counters, 10 black poison counters, 10 blue bard counters, because the bard can do some really neat things like add a +1 to a weapon. This is how you can tell. And then you get 2 Chess X red gem dice. The other thing that I'm doing with this Kickstarter, which I will not offer again, is you can get a second complete 400 card set, 7-player game for an extra $30. So a second game exactly like this for an extra $30. You can give it to a friend or give it to your game club or just save it. So, if you have any questions, please message me. I'm always happy to answer your questions. I'm even happy to provide my phone number in case you need that.